The real-time real estate segment today being brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Text SLT Home Digest to 79564. Find that dream home before someone else does. You can also go directly rsrhomedigest.com, rsrhomedigest.com, and you can get that report directly right there. And it's a monthly email to you. And public record, public information, you put in your address, and we're going to send you one email every month, and it's going to give you an idea of basic information from what's going on in the marketplace, right? What is your property worth, and how much has it appreciated based on public record? We don't know your property specifically, but we know your neighborhood, or the service does. It's not us, it's the service. There won't be a wave of foreclosures in the housing market is our subject today. When mortgage forbearance plans were first announced and the pandemic surged through the country in early 2020, many homeowners were allowed to pause their mortgage payments. Some analysts were concerned that once the forbearance program ended, the housing market would experience a wave of foreclosures like what happened after the housing bubble 15 years ago. Hard to believe it's 15 years ago already. Here's a look at why this is not the case. Number one, there are fewer homeowners in trouble this time. After the last housing crash, over 9 million households lost their homes to a foreclosure, short sale, or because they gave it back to the bank. Many believed millions of homeowners would face the same fate again this year. However, today's data shows that most homeowners exited their forbearance plan either fully, caught up on payments, or with a plan from the bank that restructured their loan in a way that allowed them to start making payments again. The latest data from the Mortgage Bankers Association, MBA, studies how people exited the forbearance program from June 2020 to November 2021. Here are those findings. 38.6% left the program paid in full. 19.9% made their monthly payments during the forbearance period. 11.8% made all past due payments. 6.9% paid off the loan in full. What does that mean? Well, 19.9, that number represents people that said, you know something, I might have a problem, so I'm going to get into the program, but I'm not going to stop making my payments until I do have a problem. They were just being prudent. They looked at it and said, what if? So they knew that what if they had a backup plan. 11.8% made up all the past due payments. Basically what they were doing is they were making the payment to a side account to see if they needed it and had the money on hand, so they just paid it off. 6.9 paid off the loan in full. Well, those are the people that probably sold a house or refinanced, something like that. 44% negotiated workout repayment plans. Of those 44%, 29.1% received a loan deferral, 14.1% received a loan modification, 0.8% arranged a different repayment plan, 0.6% sold as a short sale or a deed in lieu. So those are already out of the market. 16.8% left the program still in trouble without a loss mitigation plan in place. Number two, those left in the program can still renegotiate a program plan. As of last Friday, the total number of mortgages still in forbearance stood at 890,000 mortgages. 890,000. Not a big number for the amount of homes there are in the United States. Those who remain in forbearance still have the chance to work out a suitable plan with the servicing company that represents their lender. And the servicing companies are under pressure to do just that by both the federal and state agencies. Rick Sharga, Executive Vice President, Realty Track, says in a recent tweet, quote, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau and state attorneys general look like they're adopting a quote-unquote zero-tolerance approach to mortgage servicing enforcement. Likely that this will limit foreclosure activity for a good part of 2022, while servicers explore all possible loss mitigation options. For more information, read the warning issued by the Attorney General of the state of New York. 3, most homeowners have more than enough equity to sell their homes. For those who cannot negotiate a solution, and the 16.8% who left the forbearance program without a workout, many will have enough equity to sell their homes, leave the closing with cash instead of facing foreclosures. Due to rapidly rising home prices over the last 2 years, the average homeowner has gained record amounts of equity in their home. As Frank Martell, president and CEO of CoreLogic, explains, quote, not only have equity gains helped owners more seamlessly transition out of forbearance and avoid a distressed sale, but they've also enabled many to continue building their wealth, unquote. Number 4, there have been far fewer foreclosures over the last 2 years. One of the seldom reported benefits of the forbearance program was that it allowed homeowners experiencing financial difficulties prior to the pandemic to enter the program. It gave those homeowners an extra 2 years to get their finances in order and work out a plan with their lender. That prevented over 400,000 foreclosures that normally would have come to the market had the new forbearance program not been available. Otherwise, the real estate market would have had to absorb those foreclosures. And if you're watching us on RonSiegelRadio.tv, any of our socials, again, on the ABC News and Talk AM 1490 KMET video feed, you're seeing a graph of the foreclosures from 2017 all the way through 2021. And it just shows you how few there are. Why? Because people didn't have to go into foreclosure. There was a forbearance on it. And all that same time, property values were appreciating dramatically. Number 5, the current market can easily absorb over 1 million new listings. When foreclosures hit the market in 2008, they added to the oversupply of houses that were already for sale. That resulted in over a 9-month supply of listings, and anything over a 6-month supply can cause prices to depreciate. That would be drop. Not decelerate, but drop. It's exactly the opposite today. The latest existing homes report from the National Association of Realtors tells us, quote, that total housing inventory at the end of November amounted to 1.11 million units, down 9.8% from October and down 13.3% from 1 year ago. Unsold inventory sits at 2.1 million supply at the current sales pace, a decline from both the prior month and from 1 year ago, unquote. A balanced market would have approximately a 6-month supply of inventory. We're at 2.1 months. The market is severely understocked. Even if 1 million homes enter the market, there still won't be enough inventory to meet the demand. Bottom line, the end of forbearance will not cause any upheaval in the housing market. Sharga puts it best, quote, the fact that foreclosure starts declined despite hundreds of thousands of borrowers exiting the CARES Act mortgage forbearance program over the last few months is very encouraging. It suggests that, quote, forbearance equals foreclosure, unquote, narrative. That was not correct. That was not correct. So so here's the issues. If you're in trouble, if you're having challenges, give us a call at 800-306-1990. I am not a realtor, right? But I do know some great realtors that can sit down with you and tell you, hey, this is what the market looks like in your area. You show them all of your debts. You show them what your mortgage statement looks like. And they say, you know something? Do we need to short sale? Maybe. Do we need to go with a different program? Maybe. Do we need to list your house? Do you qualify to list your house? Right? Everybody qualifies, but do we need a short sale? Do we need a equity sale? Protect your equity. Don't go into foreclosure if you can at all help it. There are solutions. Not if you put your head in the sand, though. Put your head in the sand, there's no solution. I can't help you there. Right? So you just have to make that call. Go right now. Just grab the free guide that we have for you. Text HSG to 79564, HSG 79564, or you can go to rsrhsg.com, rsrhsg.com, and you'll be able to get a copy of the Home Seller's Guide. We update it every quarter. So this is the winter edition of that Home Seller's Guide. Grab a copy of it. If you have questions, give us a call. We'll put you in touch anywhere in the sound of my voice. We can put you in touch with somebody who is a professional understanding the market, the real estate market in your neighborhood. Again, just all you have to do is call, pick up the phone. We'll put you on a game plan. If you've got credit challenges, Jeff Sipes and the Blue Water Credit Team, they do a great job for the listeners of Ron Siegel Radio. Do a great job. We'll put you in touch with them as well. So bottom line here is you don't need to be going into a foreclosure. There are options, either short sale or equity sale. Just throw that out there for you.